Hi everyone, welcome to Colette's Thermi Kitchen. My name is Collette Mitrega and I'm a Thermomix consultant here in Australia with well over 1,000 customers in all states and territories because I'm a virtual consultant. What that means is I can zoom in with you at any time to go over any aspect of the Thermomix that's giving you problems or to show you the new TM7. And if you don't want me to do that, you can ask me to send you my pre-recorded demo so you can watch that in your own time with your partner and family and decide whether or not this is something that you can have in your kitchen. So tonight we are making actually two recipes from Cookidoo. One is a great gnocchi recipe, super easy, and the other one is a beautiful kind of sauce that you can use in so many different dishes. You just put it onto some spaghetti. Tonight I'm going to be putting it on the gnocchi and it's really tasty and delicious. So I will put the links to the recipes up once I finish, and I guess let's get started. Hopefully that's given everyone a bit of time to join. Say hi, let us know where you're from. And behind the camera, of course, we've got Andrew, who's in a bit of pain at the moment. So let's just hope we can get through this. Okay, so we're going to kick off first of all. We've got a whole number of different things to do tonight, so hopefully it will run nice and smoothly. So the recipe that I'm kicking off with, it's called Leek, Chilli and Chorizo sauce. So it's a general sauce with all those beautiful flavors, really punchy flavors that, as I said, you can make, freeze, or you can actually just top onto all sorts of different things. So clicking onto that, this recipe and the gnocchi recipe you can make in your 5 or your 6, and of course in the 7 as well. So here we go. The sauce, I've actually changed the serving size down to 4 people to just make it a little bit smaller, but I will refreeze the last bit. Okie dokie, and we are off. So it's telling me here 1 to 2 cloves of garlic. So of course we're going to put 2 cloves of garlic in. So I have done that little task, tick that off. And we want the a leek, which is trimmed. And make sure when you have your leek that you get rid of all the dirt that kind of traps between the layers. You don't want any of that crispy yuckiness coming in. So I've got the white part of the leek that's going in as well. Take that off. And a fresh long chili. Now I'm only using a small bit. I would really encourage you to cut off a really small piece of the chili and taste it before you use it in your cooking. You know me, I like heat. Normally I would put 1 or 2 chilies in. This cayenne chili is incredibly hot. So I've taken the seeds out and the membrane and I'm just putting a little bit in. But even that is hot. So had I put my normal in, this would be a really hot dish and I don't want to have it extremely hot. So checked all those off. And if you've got a TM7, just so you know, you can actually bypass all the ticking off if you don't like it. I particularly love doing that because I often get distracted and come back and think, have I done that? Haven't I done that? So I love that feature of the 7. On we go with the lid and we're going to chop that. Heading next. Okay, so we need to scrape down the sides of the bowl.
There's lots and lots of hellos from basically all over Australia.
Excellent.
Sounds like it's raining in Western Australia and raining in New South Wales. Is it warm anywhere in Australia at the moment?
Okay, so some extra virgin olive oil, 20 grams. In we go.
It's freaking freezing here in the Gold Coast.
That's my fur. It's freaking freezing. It's cold. So olive oil has gone in. Just love the scales on your Thermomix. They're so brilliant. Okay, so next, now we're going to just saute that. It's just a short saute this time, just for 2 minutes. And off we go. So 2 minutes. So that's sauteing away, and I've got the rest of my ingredients here. Now obviously we're going to be using chorizo in this dish. Good substitutes, of course, would be things like bacon. You could use bacon instead of chorizo, or even prosciutto. Either of those will be absolutely fine. And just so you know, the question, can you eat your chorizo? Because Andrew would love to eat this. There are two types of chorizo. You've got your Spanish chorizo, which is pre-cured, and that's fine to kind of eat. But you also get like a Mexican chorizo.
You mean eat before you've cooked it?
Yeah, that's right. A Mexican chorizo, which is not cured, so it's raw meat, so you don't want to be eating that one. But Spanish chorizo is just a beautiful thing, and it imparts so much flavour into a dish. And for me, I probably won't eat the chorizo in this, but I love the flavour that it actually gives the sauce. I know, strange.
She's very strange.
Very strange. Okie dokie. So just about a minute to go. Any questions from anyone? What's happening? What are you cooking today? Pop in there. Actually, what would be nice if you can just pop in the chat what your favourite dish is that you cook in your Thermomix, because that's going to inspire everybody else to look through the comments and maybe get their curiosity spiked by something you're actually saying.
It's always good to see so many people from all over the world. We've got Scotland, New Zealand, we've got even from Dutchland.
Oh, that's awesome. I have quite a few Dutch followers, which is just wonderful. I wonder if P is on tonight. Okay, nearly done.
It does smell nice.
That's that beautiful chorizo we haven't even used yet, but once that goes in, it's going to be just lovely. So nearly there. Love the sound.
Mushroom risotto has come up. That's always a good one, isn't it?
It is. It is.
Pork noodles tonight, creamy beef curry.
Oh, Andrew's going to say, "Oh, I wish we had the curry," or "I wish we had the."
No, Collette made chicken curry, chicken. What do you call it? What's the curry you cooked 2 days ago?
Oh, butter chicken.
Butter
My
chicken,
butter chicken on my blog is amazing. It's the simplest one out there.
Oh yeah, she said.
No fuss.
Kay says your butter chicken. Of course, and marry me chicken. That's like, it's so edible, so eatable, edible. Anyway.
Tomato potatoes going in, so about 330 grams. Watching the scales as we pour that in.
Creamy tomato fettuccine. That sounds like your sort of dish.
Okay.
I'd want to see some meat in mine.
Yeah, Andrew's probably missing meat. I'm not a huge meat eater. So you can see how with the measurements it's actually scrolling down and it's done. So water, again, we are wanting about 35 grams of water.
Oh, that sounds good. Leek and Lancashire cheese quiche. As long as there's bacon in there, that would be superb.
Okay, so the water has gone in and now we're adding in that chorizo that's just been cut down.
Colette's chicken satay platter. It's one of the favourites. One of the favourites of Collette is satay.
It's one of my favourite dishes. That is, I just love it. Always when people come over, that's what I make. It's beautiful. So basil leaves are going in. You know, come on guys, it's so easy cooking with a Thermomix. You don't even have to think. You've got lots of downtime. Why do people not have a Thermomix in their house? I just don't get it. I don't get it. So basil's gone in and black pepper to taste, but of course you know me, I'm going to pop in there some white pepper. Plenty of. And we haven't got the salt going in there because obviously the chorizo, it's something that we're going to have a little look at. And now I'm going to add in the green part of the leek that we saved, so we're not wasting any of that. I've done that.
Collette is a spicy girl. I remember the first time she moved into my house in Swindon in Wiltshire in England. And here's me, I've been living off pot noodles and chips for years, and Collette made a curry.
Oh.
Blimey, I thought it was hot going in.
Oh, Andrew, that's terrible.
Well, do you remember that curry you cooked for me?
Well, I know, I wasn't much of a cook then. All right, so now what we're doing, all of those beautiful bits and pieces that we've got in there, you know, tomatoes, leeks, chorizo, all those other bits are just in there waiting to be cooked. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer this over to this Thermomix here. And I'm going to just cook on that last little bit. So that's going to cook now for 20 minutes. And I'm going to carry on now. And I'm going to exit this recipe. Right, so how do I exit the recipe? A couple of things on your TM7. You can pull down the cook station and you can press the little cross and it will give you an option to exit it there. Or what you can do is the three little dots. Remember those three little dots always magical. They get you out of all sorts of problems. And here it just says, finish recipe, yes please. So that's finished, and now I'm going to go back home. So that's cooking now for 20 minutes. How easy was that sauce? And it is a beautiful sauce, full of flavour. And you know, it literally took us just a couple of minutes to get that on the go. So if you're at home, you could put some spaghetti on or do something else, really, really easy. But now what we're going to do is I'm going to go into a gnocchi recipe. There are lots of gnocchi recipes. I've got a beautiful pumpkin one, which a lot of my customers love, which is on my blog, thermykitchen.com. Now, while we're in here, I just want to show you something. So this is the best ricotta gnocchi recipe, and it is really easy and beautiful. On your TM7, so many things that you can do a little bit differently, but you can rate it. So see the star rating? If I click on that, I love this recipe. I'm going to give that a full 5 because it's easy, tasty, quick, delicious, and I'm going to submit that. The more we can actually rate our recipes, the easier and better it's going to be for people to make a decision as to what to cook. Right, so here we go. We're going to make this recipe. And now, if you haven't made homemade gnocchi, it is delicious. If you buy gnocchi from the supermarkets and shops, I think most of them are like little bullets. They're just not overly nice. This is just lovely. It's delicious. You need to have a go at doing this. All right, so into the bowl, we are going to put in some Parmesan. So I've got some Parmesan pre-cut into little cubes. And I tick that off. And now we're just going to grate it. So with the TM7, it is definitely quieter. So at speed 2 and below, which is where you cook 80% of the time, you hear nothing. It's so brilliant. As you go higher up into the speed, you hear it more and more, but it is significantly quieter than the 6 or any of the previous models. I'm not sure if you have a TM6 and you grate Parmesan, it is so loud. This is loud, but nowhere near as loud as the 6. Okay, telling me to pop the lid off. And now I'm going to add in some ricotta, about 400 grams. You can make your ricotta. There's recipes on Cookidoo. Full disclosure, I went out and bought this. The one that I tend to buy for cooking is that Emporium one from Aldi. It's like only $5 for 500 grams. It's really cost effective, and it's nice and hard and not too wet. If you're making your own ricotta, you need to make sure you drain it off nicely. So in that goes.
Debbie asked, do you still have a TM6?
Not in my kitchen. I have one in my study, just in case I need to go over something with a customer. But what I found was, I was cooking in the 7. I love the 7. It is just such a pleasure to use. But I do have one, just in case my customers need help. All right, so now that's going to be blended. Smooth that one together, and off we go.
Probably not allowed to demonstrate with the TM6.
Yeah, that's correct. So that noise just basically means that it's mixed enough. There's nothing for it to grab onto. It'll be up the sides. Okay, so I'll show you that. So there, so as it was turning, you can see everything's up the sides, and that's why it makes a noise. And if you hear that, you just need to stop it. It's done what it needs to do. So just do as I'm told, follow the recipe. Okay, next. All right, now I'm just going to scrape down this beautiful ricotta. I love ricotta.
Sharon says she needs 3 little dots on her hubby.
Andrew would say he wants 3 dots on me. That would be handy, wouldn't it? Okay, so right. So now we're going to add in our flour. So we're using the 00 flour, which is your general pasta making flour. It's much finer, and It is just going to give you a finer finish. Some salt is going to go into there. The salt's going to give it some nice flavour, and a little bit of nutmeg. If you don't like nutmeg, you can leave that out. You can put pepper in there if you want to. Okay.
I must have read this wrong. I thought this was pumpkin.
No pumpkin, honey.
Okay.
That's probably because we often have pumpkin.
No, I just thought I saw it on the posting.
Alright, so that's done, and then we go next. Alright, and then we're just going to bring all that together for 1 minute. Now, while that's happening, I am going to... So with this one here, I can just simply lift up the lid, check what's happening. Oh my goodness, that's looking so good. So you can check it at any time. So I just now want to taste it, and it doesn't matter if I use that, and see how we're going.
Oh, we'll just call a whiff. That does smell nice.
It smells nice.
It's supposed to load it on this cold day here. Right, you stop there, so obviously you need something.
I think, do you know, I think I wish I put a bit more chilli in there, but I'm just going to put a bit more seasoning.
I can't taste any chilli.
I can't either, so I'm going to pop into there some, yeah, let's put some chili flakes in. So this is important with your cooking, that you're constantly tasting and adjusting. And that's one of the things I must say that I do love about the TM7 is that I can whip the lid off. I don't have to stop for the arms to open, etc. So that's good. Put that on there and pop that back on. And continue. For
Any news about a
minutes.
second bowl blade and lid for the TM7?
We're still being told early next year, maybe end of the year, early next year is what we're still being told. Now, Andrew, I'm going to be doing a little bit of work here on my mat, so you might need to just adjust this. But before you do that, let's have a look. That's my gnocchi all done already. How cool is that? I'm just going to now tip this out onto the mat. The spatula on the TM7 connects with the screw at the bottom, so you can screw that round, which moves the blade, which means you can get things like pastry and that all out from the blades, which is excellent. Okay.
So Paula says she doesn't feel loved. You're not using the TM6. I don't think you heard it earlier, Paula,
yeah,
but
we're not meant to be using the TM6.
as a consultant, Colette's not allowed to use the TM6 on her demonstrations.
Because people can't get a TM6 anymore, but it's the same. It's exactly the same principles. The main thing is there will be some things that you can't do, but you can still make these dishes quite comfortably with your Thermomix. Okay, so what I am now going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm just going to bring it together. Now, this mat is the Thermo mat. It's on my recommended list of items for my new customers to get, and it always has been. It is just brilliant. Now, what we're going to do is I am going to divide this in half. But what I love about the mat is that I can comfortably use this. If I was using a workbench, I'd need to incorporate more flour, which will toughen up my gnocchi, and I don't want to do that. So I'm cutting this into 4, and we'll tell you all this on here. I think it says to cut it into 2. I like to do it into 4. And I'm just going to roll this out. You notice that I didn't work the dough really hard. It's all about keeping it light. So just rolling it out.
So Sharon asked, where is that list? I'm not sure what list she's referring to. What list is that, Sharon? The
new customer list, this maybe. Okay. Now, so you can make your gnocchi as big or as little as you want to. I tend to go for about 40 centimeters with each quarter. Now, this is where I use my mat because along here I've got measurements, and I like my gnocchi to be around about 2 centimeters. So using my bench scraper, I'm just going to cut it every 2 centimeters, and I can quite clearly see this on the markings.
Sharon's list is recommended accessories.
Okay. I will put that up on my Facebook page, but it's in the email that I send to all my new customers when I show you all the videos and things like that as well.
Can you still get bowls, bowl blade and lids for TM6?
Yes, of course, you'll be able to get those for many years, absolutely. So I'm just going to take a little tray. Now you don't need a much bigger tray because this makes lots of gnocchi, even though I'm using half a batch. And then what you're going to do is just to place your gnocchi down on that tray. Now, yes, you can indent them, you can use the fork to shape them. I'm not even going there tonight. I don't need to do this. I would do it if I was entertaining, but I don't need to do this for us. So 34. So every 2 centimeters I'm just cutting. I'm using the guide down here, and that way I can get them roughly the same size. Does it matter? Yep, because it means, you know, they're all going to cook roughly at the same time. So what you'll do then is to pop all these along, and what I need to do, and you would do the same with all of the others, and then once you've done that for all of them, you will pop them into the freezer for maybe, I think it's about 3 hours. Okay, transfer onto the baking mat, cut, and freezing them for approximately 3 hours. So I'll go back and do these later. All right, rinse mixing bowl. I'm not going to worry about doing that just now because of time. And then it wants me to pop in the blade cover. So we're going to go back to the Thermomix here, Andrew. Okay, so blade cover, okay, the same one that you'd use in your TM6, that's going to go in, and then on top of that, you've got little videos here that will show you exactly how to do it. Okay, so into the bowl, it's as simple as that to insert the blade cover. And then I'm hitting next, and now I'm going to just put in a load of water which I've pre-boiled. This is going to boil the water for you, and I'm using a dirty bowl, but it's okay.
What was the title of this recipe?
This one is gnocchi, but I'll put the link up. If I pull this down, it will tell me the best ricotta gnocchi. That's this recipe. All right, so I've done that, adding in some salt.
Sharon asked, you know when the blade covers are back in stock?
I don't. We never get told that as a consultant. The best thing to do is to indicate that you want to be notified when it's back in stock, and then when it comes back in, just get that ordering nice and quickly. So I've done that, hit next. All right, so now the lid's going on, my dirty lid, velvet, okay. And now basically what we want to do is bring this up to the boil. And at the moment it's at 65 degrees, so I need to get it up to 100 degrees so it will just do its thing. And again, you can't hear a thing, but it's doing what it needs to do. All right, now I'm just going to tidy up. Any other questions there, Andrew? All good, I think?
Everyone's good.
Okay, I'm just going to pop these into the freezer and pop that into the fridge until later on. That water will come up.
Does a blade cover come with the TM7?
No, it doesn't. So the blade cover is an additional accessory that you need. I'll wipe that down here.
It's the same blade cover with the TM6.
Yes. So the blade cover, there was two blade covers that we had. So the original blade cover was a plastic one. This guy here, and you could absolutely use that. So this purely is to sit on top of your blade, and what it does, it makes sure that whatever is on top is not going to be touched by the blade, chopped up by the blade. So it protects the food that's on top. So what we're doing here, I've used the silver one, and now this one is no longer available, but it's still perfectly fine. The silver one has the same capacity as this, but it also peels your veggies, your garlic, your beetroot, etc. So it acts as a blade cover and peeler, and that's the silver one. They are available in the mix shop. I think they're around about the $60 mark. And yeah, it's used for things like slow cooking, sous vide, and meatballs so they don't get cut up, that kind of thing. So it is a pretty important attachment to your Thermomix. So we're at 85 degrees now. Now this is a batch that I made earlier to show you. These have been in the freezer for 3 hours. So this is a half batch of the ricotta. And what I love about ricotta, it is a standby in my freezer.
When you say ricotta, what do you mean?
Oh, sorry, gnocchi. Thank you, honey. Ricotta gnocchi. What this means is I can take this and because I have frozen them like this, I can just literally scoop these frozen little gnocchi pieces up, and I will fill up a bag.
So Veronica Sukupova, I probably messed that up, says hello. Do you remember her? Veronica Sukupova from the Czech Republic.
Oh, I think so. You're Berlin, I think.
That's right. Close. Oh. Keep going. When? And when did you meet her in Berlin?
At the launch of the TM7.
Yeah, you did. That's right.
Hi, Veronica. Lovely to see you. So you can see the greatness here. Now remember, with your freezing, you want to get air out of the bag. So what I would do is I would just take all that air out, and then I would zip that up. And then during the week, if I fancy a bit more gnocchi, I would just open the bag, just take out as much as I want, and cook that from frozen, which is what we'll be doing in a minute. And then I am ready to go. So that's why it's a staple in my freezer. Now I'm going to go and put this back into my freezer, and that's going to be, another meal at another time. So, in the freezer.
So Sharon says, how does the ricotta gnocchi compare to normal potato gnocchi? Well, I think you're going to have to cook it yourself. And
just different tastes. I love ricotta. I love the flavour that the ricotta gives you. So we're at 95 degrees, which is good. Different flavours. So pumpkin, potato ricotta is lovely to use. You've just got to make sure that you get excess moisture out. That's obviously not going to be a good thing. Okay, nearly there. My favourite gnocchi is the Parisian gnocchi. I might do that with you one day. It is a lovely one. It's a bit like a choux pastry gnocchi. Very, very nice. It's a couple of good techniques I know on that one. Okay, come on, Danny, up to. Maybe I should have boiled the water. That's smelling nice now. Can you smell that, Andrew?
Not yet. Have you still got the packaging for the LD ricotta? There you go. Look what she does here. She digs into the bin just for you. Thank you.
Yeah, it comes in like a little basket, and so it comes in these. It's only about $5 for 500 grams.
So you keep the basket.
I keep the basket because when I make my ricotta, which I do a lot, I put it into here so it drains off the excess liquid. But this can be a colander, strain your peas or whatever you want. It's, just another little thing. Okay, are you at 100 degrees?
Thank you, Izzy. She says ricotta gnocchi is more delicate than potato.
Oh, I never knew that.
That's good. Thanks, Izzy.
Good to know. Okay. Oh, it's been at 95 for a bit, but I don't want to put it into early because it's going to bring the temperature down because it is frozen. Nearly there. Bit of a longer one.
Oh, I can smell it now. It's now sort of drifting my way.
95. Yes, so just as a reminder, we are blown out to August with our deliveries here in Australia. So
are you sure August? August. We're in August.
Are we? September, October.
Thank you. That's better.
Is it October?
It is October.
Oh my God. This is why I have Andrew. He looks after me. He makes sure I says the right things. Thank you, honey. Yes, so, you know, what happens if you're ordering a TM7, you will go into the line or the queue and get those. Now, a lot of my customers on my Customer Lounge Facebook group, which is a group that I have just my customers, are super excited because this is the month when a lot of them are going to get their TM7. So all of those that have had it previously have been sharing what they love about it and having fun, so that's good. Okay, and now it's their turn. So, okay, the lid is coming off. Okay, and now all I'm going to do is, I've got some ricotta bits from not cleaning my bowl on top, but that's okay. I'm now going to pop my gnocchi in. So that will be enough, I think. We don't need to do too much into the water. And I just want to continue cooking that.
So Penny asked, what meat-free sauce would you make for this gnocchi? Well, if you hang on a second, you will see Collette finishing her sauce, though this has got some meat in it. It's got some chorizo in it.
But yeah, the chorizo is adding flavour. I'm just going to go back home and I'm just going to go into open cooking mode. So you can follow the recipe with this on top. Oh, I wonder why it's got the temperature there.
Well, you'd like this, Collette, sage butter sauce.
I love that, absolutely. Okay. No recipe selected, back home, open cooking, that's better. Oh, it's on Fahrenheit, I'm not sure why it's gone to Fahrenheit. I'm just going to cook at that. Andy, what's 200 degrees? Hey Google, what's 200 degrees Fahrenheit?
200 degrees Fahrenheit is equivalent to 93.333 degrees Celsius.
That's fine. So that's cooking away now, and that gnocchi is in there. So it doesn't take too long for us to boil, but you'd continue with the recipe, and what will happen is, I like the open cooking because I can see that the gnocchi will float to the top, which tells me it's done. Usually takes just about 3 minutes or so. You can put as much in there as you want to. I'm going to save those for later. Okie dokie, all right. So the sauce is now done. Now obviously you don't want a dirty bowl, but because I was doing a live, just doing all that, and it does smell delicious. So that's the sauce, now that's finished. So you can use that, as I said, as you want. You could even freeze this sauce, it's a lovely sauce. Very nice. Ooh, yeah.
A bit more chilli, a bit more spicy.
It's just, your taste buds kind of, oh, that's nice. Can't explain it, but nice. So that's all good. So that's now ready for me to serve. And of course, what I'm going to do now is just leave this in the bowl. We've got a thermal liner on the TM7, or you could tip that into your thermoserver if you don't have the 7, and that will just keep that nice and warm. And now we're just waiting for this gnocchi to boil, which will be fine. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat this up onto a pan and bring it all together. So I think this is probably one of our longest ones, Andy, isn't it? How's your back going? Yeah, fantastic. All right, come on, gnocchi. I might even pull this out a little bit earlier. So just looking at it, keeping an eye. So just using this like a saucepan basically, it's not too far away. Now while that's finishing off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over to the pan and I am going to put a little bit of oil into the pan and get this guy just heating up. So turn it on, put the heat on.
Izzy, you're a woman from my heart.
Why?
She says that she'll serve gnocchi with chopped and fried bacon and onions. Yeah.
Izzy, go away.
Everything works well with bacon.
That would be lovely. And my favourite is that Parisian gnocchi with a mushroom cream sauce. That's my favourite. But I love gnocchi with a simple burnt butter and sage. I don't need the meat, but Andrew loves the meat, so you know every now and again I do need to make sure he has the bacon there.
Need my protein.
Need your protein.
Where are you going? Are you guys staying on here or going over
I know,
there?
you just have to bear with me. I'm just checking the gnocchi. You can keep it on here. I just want to make sure this is going to be fine.
Sorry for the interlude here. We should have some interlude music while you're out of camera.
Your hair is very blonde.
It's called grey, actually.
Come on, float to the top.
Oh, for goodness, I can't keep following you.
No, you don't have to follow me, guys. Just bear with me as I'm
Guys,
going.
they're not following you. I'm trying to follow you.
No, you don't worry about following me, honey. We will just make this work. So what would happen is this gnocchi will float to the top, which is nearly there, but not quite. I will kind of hurry it along in a second. So price 2649. That's the price of the TM7 if anyone's interested. Now don't forget. You know, the TM6s are still great machines. I know lots of you have them and are enjoying those. Lots of my customers are having so much fun with them as well. Okay, I'm just going to see if I can get away with this one. I'm pulling it out a little bit earlier than I normally would. Oh, that looks good. Yeah, that's okay. So, I mean, just you're not going to be able to see much, but that's the gnocchi. Very nice, very light, very airy. It's fine for me now to pull that out and live dangerously. Normally I would wait a little bit longer, but we're just going to go with it. So I want to dry it off because I am going to fry it. As I said, you don't need to fry it, but I just love to fry my gnocchi.
So Joe, yeah, Collette does have a hot plate. It's behind there. It is, but she used the portable one, so you're not seeing her back.
And you don't see my back. All right, so that's fine. And back home. Cancel that. Okay, it's fine. So that's all good. That should be fine. I'm just going to now tip this into here. Hopefully it won't splatter too much. There it is. All I'm wanting to do is just crisp that up a little bit and brown it up a little bit more. And so if you're doing this with sage, you'd have your butter, which would be kind of burnt, and then add in those lovely sage leaves. Just crisping them up, and then I'll get my plate and we'll be ready to serve up.
So the hot plate came from Kmart, I think. Cost about $2 from Kmart.
Everything costs about $2 from Kmart. Put that in a quick turn. once you've done that and you've got them to the state where you want them, now I would go a bit further and I'd probably throw in a little bit of butter. But just for the sake of speed, I'm just going to serve these up. They're a little bit of brown. Okay. Over there. Yum. One more minute. We've got the sauce ready. And the spoon for the sauce. Okay, we're going to throw these on. Normally I would go a little bit further, but the gnocchi I think will be absolutely fine. So onto the plate with the gnocchi. And it is just lovely and pillowy. I know you can't taste it, but gee, it is just delicious. And then with this beautiful chorizo sauce, is going to go on. And just coat those through. So you could put a little bit of, which I've forgotten to do, just coating those up nicely. And then finishing that off with, that is off.
She's gone.
Sorry.
Oh, if there was a spoon there, I'd try a bit.
Isn't that amazing? That's, you know, all the way like Yugoslavia and Scotland, you
What?
know, people are watching. That's just, I think that's incredible. Okay, so that's all good. And then to finish that off, of course, we need lots and lots of parmesan just going on top. Yum. And then just for a bit of freshness, we've got basil in there already, so just a little bit of torn basil leaves. So remember, don't tear your leaves too far in advance. And you don't want to cut them with a knife either. They will just oxidize. There you go. Can I taste first, Andrew?
Yep.
So look, there you go, guys. Get a nice picture of that, Andrew.
Alright.
Sorry?
Yep, that's it.
Cheers. Even though I took those out of the water early, there's just no comparison.
Okay.
These are soft. Oh, Andrew, I'm sorry, darling.
That's okay.
There's no comparison. The shop bought ones are like little bullets. Actually, that chili is just giving a little bit of heat at the back of the neck.
I can feel the chili, but that's fine. That's good.
Oh, it's lovely, guys.
No, I think Raylene says it lovely. They're like fluffy little pillows.
These ones really are. That's why you want to make your own. And that ricotta mixed with the flour and the parmesan in the mix is just a beautiful, beautiful mix. So, and that's me. Sorry, we're a bit longer tonight. I knew we would be doing so many things. So what I will do is I will, in the next hour or so, I'll put the links up to these recipes so that you can have a go. And make tons of ricotta, you know. I've got quite a bit in the freezer already. It's always in there. That's why I didn't want to make so much more tonight, otherwise I would do. And it's there for you to pour, take out the freezer straight into a hot pan. If you don't have open cooking, just a big pan on your stove top, and you just throw it into the boiling salted water, and you'll see the little babies rising up to the top. That's your telltale sign to scoop them out, dry them off, fry them off if you want to. You don't have to, but I love them that way.
Now, I know I will say this off very often, but if you got served that in a quality Italian restaurant, you would give them 5 stars and say that is superb.
I would agree. Absolutely. It is a delicious thing. So that's me for tonight. Thank you so much for joining me again. My name is Collette Mitrega. Head to my blog, thermykitchen.com, where you'll find my pumpkin ricotta recipe and more information on the TM7 and more information about me. Please guys, one thing I ask for you to do is that hit that share button. You know, that's the one thing that you can do to help me grow my business. It means the world to me if you can share it, no matter where you are in the world. So I will see you again next week sometime. Bye for now. Goodbye, Andrew.
Goodbye, Andrew. Oh yeah, no, I just can't. This is so good. Can't put this down.
Even though there's not a huge amount of meat in there,
Well, I'm trying to find the ricotta, the chorizo, but
I did actually even reduce the chorizo by half in terms of the recipe. But the sauce is so good as well. Just
sauce is superb.
really good. Bye bye.